Hi! Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It might be morning for someone. For me, it's night. I'm about to fucking go to bed, bro. It's like a certified sleepy time tea stream. I mean, I don't got sleepy time tea, but I got tea. I think we're gonna hang out for as long as my tea lasts. Well, I hope everyone's morning, night, day is going well. I spent all night building guitar pedals and hanging out with my boyfriend. I'm getting a little burnt out of the rants, especially since YouTube isn't pushing them out to as many people. I make fuzz pedals. I feel like I've broken my YouTube channel, so I'm just like not even worrying about when or how I stream or how I do things anymore. So I'm letting it be broken. I think I'm gonna start doing them less often. But I stream whenever I want to, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. I like streaming whenever and then just saying hi to whoever happens to be around. It's more fun for me streaming like an hour here, an hour there, than like feeling like I have to stream for like 8 hours at a time like some people do. My day was okay. I got a lot of work done. I'm getting back into pedal production, and I mean the fact that I built 6 pedals was like really good for me. I streamed twice. Hot chocolate instead of tea. Hot chocolate's pretty base. I used to do hot chocolate a lot. That was another thing I would drink whenever I had anxiety. When I was doing LSD back in the day. We were talking about that for some reason. We were talking about the Bible. For some reason I used to read the Bible when I was on LSD and having like anxiety. Whole milk out of the jug. I used to do that when I was younger. Yeah, no. Revelations was really. Actually, my favorite was Proverbs. I think it's the one where the king just has. It's like a bunch of advice, essentially. Yeah, authored primarily by King Solomon. It imparts wisdom on various aspects of life, from relationships and ethics to decision making and virtue. It literally is just a bunch of good advice. Yeah, I was just explaining that I'm kind of giving up. Not giving up on this YouTube channel, but YouTube stopped pushing out my videos quite as much, so I'm just like probably gonna post less rants and stream whenever I feel like, not worry about it too much. I'm getting like I'm at this weird place where I don't know, it's like weird. I was listening back to my last rant, I'm just like the one that's gonna come out in 6 minutes, and I was like, who am I talking to? I even say it in the video. I'm just like, I think this is a rant for myself. Because there's just so much bullshit in the world right now, and there's so many people upset about so many different things, you know? I can just, like, not... you know what I mean? Like, I can just absolve myself of caring about any of this shit. Not get involved in other people's drama. There's so much dumb drama. And it seems like so many people are just really obsessed with just pointless drama. Actually, that's a lie. I think it's important to talk about things if it makes you feel good, obviously. But I'm beginning to feel a little like, getting some of those alien feels all of a sudden, you know, where it's just like, maybe I'm not human. Because there's just so many people, like, to me it just seems so clear, like, just stop talking about it, you know, just stop talking about stuff. Stop engaging with the bullshit. Last stream, I made the joke about... I was like, if I was on opiates right now, I would probably want to be doing X, Y, or Z. And then I was like, maybe I should just pretend like I'm on opiates. That makes it sound like I'm like an opiate addict or something. I literally haven't had opiates since like 2013 or something. But I remember it's the only drug I've ever had where it's just like, it was an immediately good feeling, you know what I mean? Even small doses, my body reacts really well to opiates. And whenever I get super stressed, I always think about how good it felt whenever I was on them. I was like, maybe I should just like live my life like pretend like I'm on opiates. Yeah, opiate roleplay. It sounds silly, but you know, I mean, I'll be honest, if we lived in a world where like opiates were legal, I probably would be on small doses of opiates. Get back to the 1910s, 1920s vibes. Being highly opinionated, especially counter to other people's opinions, and then broadcasting that is just a great way to get attention, you know? I just keep thinking about like I feel like a lot of my videos on this channel has been me justifying how I feel about things and why I do things. And I guess I'm getting a little tired of trying to like justify who I am and why I am. As opposed to just enjoying life and enjoying what I like, you know? Tips for getting a job? Bro, I've been self-employed since 2003. Start your own business. I don't know. You know, it's funny. I've actually tried to get a job multiple times, but I always end up just working for myself. Like I always end up going back to doing my own work. Yeah, Tiger. Tips. You need tips for starting a business? What kind of business do you want to start? I've told people this for ages. I will gladly, like, I want to help people fucking succeed. Especially if I'm streaming, like, just ask. Yeah, advisor. I'm all about advising people. I mean, even though I've had my failures, I'm ultimately at the end of the day a successful business person. As a matter of fact, I can advise you to do things I don't do that I know I should be doing. I want to see people succeed. Like right now as a VTuber, I'm doing none of the things you should be doing. I'm 100% not just going against the grain. I'm just not even doing it properly. I've been looking for a mentor. Yeah, just ask me on stream. I don't think I have the emotional fortitude. I mean, you can always, like I said, if you ever join me on Ko-fi, join my Ko-fi, you're always welcome to DM me there. But yeah, the cool thing about if you ever ask for advice on stream is, you know, other people might benefit from the knowledge as well. Any advice you can get. Unfortunately, I can't help you with a job hunting. I don't understand that shit. I think, yeah. I mean, maybe if you told me what kind of job you want. Also, what you might want, might be counter to good advice. Unfortunately, like, the best way to do things isn't always, like, a fun way or, like, vibes with people. Which is why I'm a fucking miserable failure, because I can't do the things I know that need to be done. I'm unfortunately not normie pilled enough to do things the right way. Yeah, I'm gonna be working really hard to see how far I can push my pedal business for the first time in ages. Like, I haven't done a concerted effort to build guitar pedals and see how many I can sell. Because they go out of stock pretty quickly. I'm very fortunate there's still demand for my products. But every time I build a bunch of pedals, sell a bunch, I'll have enough money to like work on other projects, and then I'll just like not build pedals for a while. And then I'll try to make money doing other things, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, I need money again. So I build guitar pedals. But since I want to move up to Minneapolis, I really need to just buckle down and build guitar pedals. Too many abusive customers feels bad. Recent game interests? I've been enjoying microdosing Minecraft and Star of Providence. I think ever since I got like a bug in me to move, especially with tornado season coming, I want to get out of here. I want to move on with my life. And I've spent 2 years here languishing, trying to do all kinds of different projects and see if I can make money other ways. It's just like, I'm sitting on a potential, you know, not gold mine, but like good source of income, so I might as well just like focus up on it. How do the pedals sound? I can show you guys. So the first fuzz sound you can hear coming in is my guitar pedal. That right there, that's my fuzz.
see. When you crawl on your hands and your knees with your face in the chalk. We should turn while they finish you off. Don't know when to start, don't know how. Should have found out, should have happened by now. Got these lines on your face. After all this time, and I still haven't found my place.
Yeah, during that tour they used my bit Legend of Fuzz, like on bass, on guitar, on everything. It was crazy. Am I making music? Yeah, I have a channel. This is my music channel, and it's a bunch of my old songs. I was uploading it almost daily, but then I stopped. I can play drums and keyboard. When I was in middle school, I could play saxophone. So that's like an example of the acoustic folk stuff I do, but I also do electronic stuff. This is an example of the extreme other opposite of the kind of music I make. You know, just chill little tune to relax to. Just a little lighthearted music, you know, to get your morning going. But yeah, to answer your question, I do music. It's actually the ending of the Blair Witch Project. It's the screaming at the very end of the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being interested in my music. I'll start uploading songs again eventually. I just haven't been feeling inspired to recently for some reason. I think having taken this detour on the Ranting Mouse channel for the past month and a half, I just kind of got demotivated, but since I'm going to scale back on ranting so often, I think I'll probably start uploading again. Yeah, I was going for, at least for part of it, I was trying to go for some kind of drum and bass type beat, but drum and bass and the wub wub wub, the little wub 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 folder just filled with music. Tomorrow I need to back up my hard drive. I just realized that I don't have a cloud backup. I mean, I do have a solid backup. I don't have a cloud backup of my newer stuff. Not that I have a lot of newer stuff. Yeah, I'm technically a Zennial. I'm between Gen X and Millennial. Wear a cardigan? Oh god. Kill me, bro. Ain't no way, bro. No, I just look like a... I don't know. I seriously, I can't wait to start. I'm gonna just build guitar pedals. I'm gonna build guitar pedals like I used to back in the day. Get money again so I can actually buy a wardrobe. Start looking like the middle-aged twink I am. The middle-aged butch lesbian who wants to be a twink. 5 years? Yeah. I mean, that's one of the funny things about being a content creator, especially a VTuber with a young-sounding voice. You know, who hasn't lost their edge, I guess, or whatever. I don't even know how to say it. I tend to intersect with people who are younger. But as I get older and older, it's like when you stay young because you're like hip with like what's what young people are into, because everyone who's old is like having families and having careers and stuff. It stops being funny after a while. Because all of a sudden it's just like, wait, you're my mom's age. It's like, fuck. I'm just old now, bro. I remember when I was just like, you know, just a slightly an adult, and now I'm getting to that point where it's like I'm literally just as people's parents' age. Gen X is kind of rock generation. Oh yeah, 100%. I don't mind being old. I mean, I'm 5 years away from 50, so that is what it is. I'm thankful I'm as healthy as I am for my age, and I haven't had any like serious physical ailments thus far. You know, as a trans person, being old is a privilege. So I'm vibing. I think this is like the year that I finally just like get over being old and being like a VTuber. I keep saying content creator. It's just really being an old VTuber. That's like the worst part. Especially because I don't want to like present as a fucking hag or like a mommy type. It's just like, it's rough. Yeah, I am a trans guru. I don't know why I said like Japanese. Especially because I'm not, you know, not interested in like, I'm not really interested in meeting new people and socializing that much. There was a point, and I even talked about this in the beginning of these rants on this channel, that I wanted to be part of the whole VTuber sphere. You know what I mean? Like, be part of the modern VTuber zeitgeist, be a big VTuber that everyone talked about and stuff. I realize kind of like the downside of that is you ultimately have to like, you deal with a lot of bullshit, and a lot of VTubers are younger, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I think 2025 is my year of just being myself. Just vibing and being myself, not worrying about it. That's kind of like, I mean, it's gonna be interesting what I feel like, especially because I'm not gonna pressure myself to do videos every day. I'm easing up on the rant videos, and after the last one, I just really like, I don't know what I'm gonna be ranting about. I'm not gonna pressure myself to make videos daily anymore. I'm just gonna stream whenever I want, and when I feel like ranting, I'll rant. And I'm kind of curious about it, because like, I don't know, I kind of have this perspective right now where it's just like, like, what do I really care about? You know what I mean? I'm kind of unbothered in a way. If you could change anything about the VTuber sphere, what would you change? Well, that's the interesting thing, Zoe, is like, it's hard to describe, but I've had a revelation this past week where I kind of realized, I feel like what a lot of people complain about on a day-to-day basis is they want things to be different, right? They want things to be different. I feel like everyone's always talking about hypotheticals. Like, it's like, oh, this person said this and this person did that, and oh, things would be better if this was the case. Well, I believe things would be better if this was the case. So there's just a lot of like lip service. Like, everyone's just doing a bunch of fucking lip service. I've preached this forever, that direct action, you know, doing things within your immediate sphere is what matters. And I'm not talking about talking, I'm talking about doing, like actually fucking doing something with your money, doing something with your time, you know, like in a way where you know that you're going to affect someone that you know personally in a positive manner. I feel like a lot of the discourse I hear online is just lip service. Like, going back to like, what would I change about the VTuber sphere? It's like, why do I care about anyone who's any other VTubers? None of them are my friends. You know what I mean? It's just for clout. Yeah, Joey. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Joey. That's kind of like what I realized too. I realized trying to get more people to pay attention to me, you know, doing the rant channel, I realized I was doing a lot of things that was essentially clout chasing, and I was like, I don't... This is what's so hard about knowing how to do content creation, is like, I know it works, you know? And it's funny, this past week I actually stopped doing what I know it works, and you know, as predicted, like YouTube has not been pushing my content. It's weird knowing how to do things right, but then just wanting to do my own thing, and then knowing I'm gonna get punished for it, like by the algorithm and stuff. Yeah, clout chasing and clout farming is like, it's a really easy thing to do, but it's not what I want to do, and that's why I ultimately started this channel, is I want to do something that was more authentic to me. I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed or whatever, but I was making videos that I knew were like general enough. It was kind of slop, honestly. Like the whole thing of like, why do I use the microphone I use, or why I don't stream, like, I don't know, it was good rants, and it was me being honest about my feelings, but it was still kind of like generic slop that I knew the algorithm would toss out to a lot of people. The moment I started just having my more like generic rants, where I was just talking about my feelings for the day, you know, the algorithm was just like, nope. I'm like, okay. Am I really getting punished for it? I mean, I found you this week. Oh. Well, I'm not getting punished, like, my videos are still getting pushed out to people, but it's getting pushed out to less people. Yeah, Joey, but that's the problem, is, like, I've been slacking on the thumbnails, and, oh my god, this song is driving me nuts. I gotta put on the Zelda. We gotta get some relaxing Zelda going. Yeah, I've been slacking on the thumbnails and titles, and I haven't been focusing on topics that I know are more generic. But yeah, I don't hate modern YouTube. I think it's good. I mean, to be quite honest, like my fully schizo rambles are not good content. You know what I mean? They're very niche, and there are a lot of people out there who like that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not saying they're not, but I understand why YouTube hasn't been pushing my stuff this past week. I get it. Like, I'm not mad about it. My only complaint about YouTube is I wish there was better search features in terms of searching. Like think about this, right? They obviously have algorithms set to a certain kind of person, right? If I look up transgender VTuber, why is it so hard to find content that YouTube knows I will like? I guess the search function is my main complaint, because especially with modern AI and stuff, if I look up transgender VTuber, like if I look up transgender gooner VTuber, like, it should show me, I know there's good content out there, it's just not showing it to me. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes that prevents the search function from working in a way that would recommend stuff, but it's weird. There's definitely like a gap there. I don't quite understand. Yeah, Joey, no, but that's what I'm talking about, is like, it's weird. They're out there. Like, there are social circles where people are doing things, but they're like, I mean, I guess the big part that's missing is that people don't use websites anymore. And if you Google websites, it's not going to show you websites. So if there was someone who wanted to archive, like, cool trans YouTubers on a website, you're not going to easily find that, right? Like, there's not going to be a place where it's like, where do you go for that? You know what I mean? The current internet doesn't encourage people to, like, create those things, or to look for them, or to know where to find them. So it's like, yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of, like, going back to Web 2.0 or whatever, you know? Like, maybe it's time for people to scale back. The problem is we're all addicted to, you know, our FYPs, so it makes it hard. Like, the internet used to be a thing you searched and browsed, and now it's just you ultimately just trust the algorithm. It's not even about trusting the algorithm. Like, that's all you have. You don't get the opportunity to properly search for things. I feel like one of the greatest missing aspects of the modern internet is that there isn't advanced search functions. Everything has advanced except for the search functions, and I can't help but feel that's by design, because they don't want you to They just want to show you what they want to show you. They don't want people. I don't know why, but they just don't want. Seems like they don't want people looking for things. It's weird. It almost feels conspiratory. Yeah, I know some of the. There's a tricks on YouTube that's really good. If you're looking for old videos, you can actually search by date. You can type before colon and then like a year, and so you can actually just, it'll like, you know, like if you're looking for old YouTube content, because sometimes I'm looking for old memes and stuff, and so I use before colon or after colon if you're looking for something newer. I guess if there's one thing I would change if I could, speaking about what ifs, it would just be better modern search engines. And I mean, that applies to everything. Like TikTok is a nightmare to try to find things from. I think the first company to create an AI search engine that genuinely can, like, you know, scour like all of the social media sites is going to be like the big winner. Communism, no iPhone, 2 quadrillion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've looked up trans content creators and like leftist stuff on YouTube, and there's just, it's not helpful at all. But it's funny because then I started this new channel, right? And I started using the you know, this account to start looking at YouTube Fresh. And pretty quickly I was able to find trans content creators, trans VTubers. So maybe, I mean, that's something, a suggestion if you haven't tried, create a new YouTube account and start fresh, and you might have better luck. But that's another good example of, like, why can't we just, like, within one account reset the algorithm, you know? And, like, have separate searches and separate kind of, like, algos with one. This is the kind of web customization that I feel like is, like, missing in general. It's just like, why can't I tailor my experience? They've created a good enough experience for people, and but they don't care about creating a robust experience. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, in other words, everything works good enough, guys. It's like they did it good enough, and I know it's I know it's still a technical marvel that they do all this, and like that there's not, like, you know, worse things happening in terms of people spamming CP or like gore and all this stuff. Like, they're doing a really decent job with moderation across the board, but it's not a robust experience, you know. And it's also highly, like, censored. I can't remember what it was, but there was this big thing, like, in the early days of the internet, where people were just, like, saying, like, no censorship, fighting against censorship. And there's been eras of that, but now it's just like no one even bats an eye at the fact that so many search terms are, like, immediately filtered on across, you know, a lot of different platforms. Matter of fact, YouTube is probably one of the places that's still pretty free speech, all things considered. I'm surprised by how many things I can still search up. And also how many videos it recommends when you search up pretty, like, gnarly shit. Ends up hurting people. Yeah, dummy, yeah, I agree. And it's funny because, like, one of the things that I've been going back and forth on my rants about is, like, the idea of, like, free speech absolutionism. You know, there's this whole argument about how, like, absolute free speech is necessary, but, you know, and that even hate speech shouldn't be punished and all this shit. I think that people are talking about that in terms of, like, legal recourse. It's been a very interesting debate over the years, but I don't know. I was reflecting on some people who have been arguing on this stuff recently. I was kind of thinking about it for a second. I don't know. Moderation's good, man. I used to be a free speech absolutionist, but I think a certain level of moderation is good. Legal duels? Yeah. It goes back to that whole quote by Mike Tyson where it's like... I gotta find that Mike Tyson quote, hold on. Mike Tyson, he said, social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. I'm gonna burn this channel to the ground with live streams, so. Love you guys! I'll see you later. Bye! Bye 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 bye!